ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम्. सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम्.
Good morning. Namaskaram. All the audio clear? Audio is okay. Namaste. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnur, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Vasudeva Sutam Devam, Kamsa Chanura Mardanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Patranetra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहपति कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामपि कर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थखण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the fourth chapter. We completed up to verse 27. Yeah, we completed up to 27. So we'll continue from 28. Yeah, 27th was Sarvani Indriya Karmani, Prana Karmani Chapare, Atma Samyama Yoga Agnau Juhvati Jnana Deepite. So we'll move to 28. 28 was Dravyayajnastapo yajna yoga yajnastatha pare swadhyaya jnana yajnascha yataya samsitavrataha. Dravyayajnaha. Dravyayajnaha means yajnam that is using some dravyams. Some dravyams, that is some dravyam, some material things. Then, one second. Yeah. So, dravya yajnaha, then tapo yajnaha. Some people do yajnam with tapas. Tapo yajnaha. Then yoga yajnaha. Some use, one second. Yeah. Some yoga yajnaha. Yoga yajna means keeping the mind in equanimity of the mind. Okay, that they do the yajna, yoga yajna. Then uh, tadha apare, some people, then swadhyaya jnana yajna. Some they do swadhyayam means study of scriptures, etc. Jnana jnana yajna. That swadhyaya yajna jnana yajna, you can either split it or you can keep it as together. Jnana yajna yadayah. Yadayah means all of the above said people, all of them, they all want to have a total manojayam. Okay, manojayam they want to have. This manojayam, they are all samsita vrataha. They are all in the path of spirituality with a very determined uh, mind. They have determined that we will be in the, they have got vratam. What vratam? They, this, we will be in this path only. All of these people, which was discussed earlier, are all in the spiritual path, in this path of spirituality. Satyamargam. We will continue, we will live in Satyamargam. Now we'll slightly elaborate this. What is Bhagavan is saying? Dravya yajnaha. Dravya yajnaha. Normally, earlier when people do yajnam or yagam, etc., they pour the ghee, etc., or so many other ahutis into the fire. Right? That is the yajnam with the notion that idam namama. It's nothing to do with me. It's not mine. I don't need anything. With that, so here dravya yajnaha can be at the same time when they do this yajna, etc., they do a lot of danam. They give a lot of gifts, many various kinds of gifts like the rice or grains, etc. They give cows, then gold. Even now also, whenever there is any major function that is happening in our homes, like marriage or any other Shashtabdi or any of these functions, rituals, a lot of dhanam is done. A lot of gifts are being given to various people. So this is one way of dravya yajnam. Give materials to the people during the functions. Other than that, whenever we go to an elder's place, whenever we go to elderly people, we always carry something with us, either some fruits, etc. And when we go to meet gurus, in some ashrams or other gurus, or even our elder teachers, etc. When we go, we have to carry something, we have to give something. Also, when we go and meet the children, young, especially very young children, we will carry something, some biscuit, some chocolate, or some fruits, or something, at least some dolls, because we give gifts to the people, elderly people, even gurus or small children. As per scriptures, we have to give something. So ultimately the purpose is bring or develop or cultivate the habit of giving. Giving. So this habit we should cultivate in our children also. We have to cultivate this habit of giving and sharing. So we have to take them to some places, when the elders, when suppose we give say some orphanage or some charitable organizations, etc., we should take them with us. We should educate them the purpose of this dhanam. It is so important. So we cultivate this habit, and we must develop the habit of giving. That is dravya yajnam. For what? No, absolutely, I don't want anything in this world. That is yajnam. I don't want anything in the other world also. I am not developing, accumulating some punya so that I will be happy in the other world. That also I don't want. Why? Why? Why do we give then? With an attitude that this is not mine. This, the money or the property or whatever the, yes, it is by God's grace, it is all God's, it is nothing mine. It is absolutely nothing mine. With that attitude, when you give, you don't take, we don't take the the, what do you call, the ownership of that even the karma also. See, when we do any dhanam, even, yeah, another is give something for the birds and the animals, etc. When we give food, the happiness, okay, the happiness lies when doing the karma. In the act itself is the happiness. It is not after, nothing after. During the time when we give some food to the animals, you look at their eyes, you see the happiness in them. The moment you see the happiness, there is a happiness that rising in us. That itself is what it is. That is ananda. There is nothing after that, thinking that I will get this, I will get that, etc. Nothing. In the doing that karma, doing that whatever job it is, whatever action it is. So here dravya yajna means giving. Homam, when during the homa we give gifts, and also give a lot of some money for the, the temple. Suppose there is some function going on, okay, in a temple, some say bhagavata saptaha yajna, something like that going on. So it is the individual's duty to contribute towards the success of that satsanga, right? So, and how much to give? Whatever, when you give, you should be happily giving. One Mahatma said how to find this. He said that the moment you feel a pinch in giving, there you stop. You should give that much. Suppose, say for example, so you have got say 10,000 rupees in your pocket, okay, so you have to give something. So if you feel giving 1 rupee, you feel the pinch, there is nothing in it. There is no, when there is spiritually there is nothing, but okay, little more you give. When you give some amount, the moment you give, you are perfectly all right. Give 1 rupee more, then you feel the pinch, stop. Next time it won't be there. Okay, this is what Mahatma said. So, but at least don't get to the point of pinch. Before that, I suggest stop. Give happily. You give. Suppose it is, if the whatever you give is X, definitely guaranteed next time it will be X plus, because there is happiness in giving. But if you give more than, if by giving say X you feel unhappy, what will happen is next time it will be less than X. So always give happily. 100%. See, there is one beautiful story. There was this Kanchi Mahaperiva. Everyone knows Kanchi Mahaperiva was there. That there one person went. I was just reading just yesterday. I was reading this story. He wanted to give Sahasra Bhojanam. You know, Sahasra Bhojanam means 1,000 people he want to give Annadanam. So this person told Mahaperiva that Kanchi Perival, Shankaracharya, that I want to do this offering of 1,000 people. I want to give food. Then he was very happy. He blessed him, do this and all that. And that person went. One lady was there sitting there. So this lady, very old lady, she told Mahaperiva that, Swami, I also want to give food for 1,000 people, but I don't have the capacity or money to do that. What can I do? So Mahabharata gave a beautiful answer. He said, you take some rice in a small bowl, you walk around, wherever you see ants hills, you put one 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 handful of rice there, walk around, next find another ant hill, you put some there also. Like that you do, with the with in your heart, with the same that you are feeding 1,000 people. He said there is no difference between Bhagavan residing who is residing in human beings or in these ants or anywhere. So with a heart like that, you give this, you will feel exactly same happiness that person derives out of it. And after doing this lady came back and then did a big pranam to Swami and said, I felt the same. So this is from the story. What we have to understand is that it doesn't matter what you give or how much you give, but the attitude of giving should be in this direction. In this should be the attitude. So this is dravya yajna. This is the dravya yajna. Give whatever is possible. Give wherever the helping people. But whenever there is somebody needs a help, or you find that they need a help, you please give. Develop the habit of giving. This is the dravya yajna. Not to get any monetary benefits later, or some name and fame. Also, don't expect anything from this, neither in this world nor the other world. This is dravya yajna. The next is tapo yajna. Tapo yajna. Tapos means any penance. The definition for see earlier 25th, 26th verse and all, it is talking about Indriya Jayam. Indriya Jayam, Vishaya Yajanam. Vishaya Yajanam, all that we discussed, whatever we ahuti, we did the homa of, or whatever is there that is being burnt in the sense organs, etc. We discussed in 25th, 26th verse. All that, it is all tapas only. Shamam, damam, etc. Everything is tapas. What is the definition of tapas? The definition is manasascha indriyanam cha aikagriyam paramam tapaha. Manasascha indriyanam cha aikagriyam. The mind as well as the sense organs, all indriya, not only sense organs, even the motor organs, the karmendriyas, all ekagriyam paramam tapaha. That is concentration or uh, ekagrita. One pointedness is tapas. See, We do in this tapas, the tapas is, in this tapas, what all things we can consider it as tapas? Somebody who is chanting, say, Vishnu Sahasranama, okay, every day, this particular time, I will do the chanting of this Vishnu Sahasranama every day, without fail, wherever I am, it is a tapas. Or somebody is doing a puja at home. Every morning, he gets up, he does some prayers, and after that he brings some flowers or water, etc., and then does some puja at home with a lot of devotion in his heart or in her heart. A person is doing this without fail, right? Wherever he is, this person takes the idols, etc., in a proper box, etc. Wherever they go, they carry this. I have seen this with my grandfather. I am seeing this with my father also. They, wherever they go, suppose they go for another place, for some reason they carry this, take this, and wherever they go, they do the puja. They don't miss this puja. It is also a tapas. This is also a tapas. Or somebody who is going to a temple nearby, every morning gets up and takes bath, etc., and goes to the temple, takes 1 or 3 rounds around that, and does some during Deeparadhana or Arati time. The person is there without fail, everybody. This is also a tapas. Or sitting and then chanting some mantras without any external aids. That is also a tapas. Everything. But when whatever all during all these activities, all these, the mind should be dwelling in God or in Bhagavan. This is tapo yajna. In Patanjali yoga also it is given, dhyanam, pranayamam, pratyahara, dharana, samadhi, etc., all that yama niyamas, all that which is prescribed as per Patanjali. The first few is all with the kaigam, and the last the dharana, dhyanam, etc., is all with the mind, etc. So all these activities with devotion in the heart, but to be done as yajna. This is very important. What is yajna? It is why it is yajna. Yajna means I don't want anything for me. That is yajna. No, I don't want anything. Okay. Then somebody might ask, this pranayama, etc., when we do lot of health, we need lot of health, etc., right? We should be strong. Our body should be strong, our mind should be strong. That is correct. But for what? For realization of God is the only aim for the purpose of this body. A healthy body or healthy mind is necessary to realize this Bhagavan, or realize God. Realization is the only purpose. Again, what is God realization? God realization is utilize this for the service of others. That is the only purpose. All the karma is done as a yajnam. That is why karma yoga, we call it karma yoga. Why? All the karmas is performed for the benefit of others. I don't need anything personally. That attitude. That is why it is called yajnam. So this is the first one is dravya yajnam, then tapo yajna, then yoga yajna. Yoga yajna is practicing equanimity of the mind, practicing mind to be calm. Whenever there is a disturbance in the mind, the disturbance has to be uh, dampened, or the disturbance must go. The disturbance must be eliminated from the mind. This can only be done using our intellect, using tattva jnanam, tattva bodham, using the what is nityam, what is anityam. Through that we develop vairagyam, the dispassion towards the objects of the world, right? The names and forms, they are not the money or the name and fame, etc., is not important for me. Then put the disturbance in front of you and analyze it. Analyze the disturbance of your mind, and then using the tattva, using the Vedantic knowledge. Okay, use the Vedantic knowledge, apply it, and bring the mind to a steadiness. This is Yoga Yajna, bringing in Chitta Shanti or Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi is this only. Chitta Shuddhi is getting rid of Raga Dvesha, right? Getting rid of this Raga and Dvesha. Raga and Dvesha is the disturbance of the mind, and the disturbance of the mind is bringing back to its normal state. Bringing back to a normal state using Vedantic knowledge is Yoga Yajna. So, Dravya Yajna, Tapo Yajna, then Yoga Yajna, then what is next? Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. Swadhyayam. Swadhyayam means studies of scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and other. There are so many Prakarana Granthas written by Mahatmas. Whichever language, all languages is available, right? English, Sanskrit, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Telugu, whichever language you want, all is available there. And there are so many discourses by great Mahatmas available in the YouTube. Okay, and engage in the Swadhyayam, right? Swadhyayam. Even Taittiriya Upanishad also says, Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Always, you should never, it should be a daily routine of studies of this scriptures. Then also in the last it said, Swadhyaya pravachane yeveti na ko maudgalyaha tadhi tapas tadhi tapaha. This is the tapas, this is the tapas. Twice it says, this sadhitapat tadhitapas tadhitapaha. Okay, so all the scriptures also says, and it is very very clear, right? Swadhyayam, every day take Bhagavad Gita book, study a few verses, understand the meaning, contemplate on it. Okay, what Bhagavan is trying to tell Arjuna, and it is applicable to me also with that notion. And what is my problem? What are the things that I am attached to? See, X may be attached with something else. Y may be attached with something else. Some people may be attached with the gold. Some may be attached with some property. Some may be attached with some relations. Is it not? And some may be name and fame. Anything you talk about their name and fame, they get agitated. Money, they are not worried. So, like that, each individual's problems are different. Each individual's disturbing factors are different. That person only will know, and that person has to work on it based on Vedanta. So this is what when we study the scriptures, when we understand Bhagavad Gita, when we are trying to understand the meaning of these verses, sit and work in ourselves. What is the disturbing factor? What is that cloud which is covering my Shanti? What is that chittavritti, or what is that chittavritti means the distraction of the mind? What is in my mind that is coming in the front which disturbing me and covering my Shanti? One second. So what is it that is covering my Shanti? That we find out, and that has to be dealt with, and dealing that is done using Vedantic knowledge. What is Vedanta? Vedanta says that your true nature is Satchidananda. So with that tattvam, okay, with that tattvam, tattva bodham, using that, applying that, we find our true nature of Shanti. So this is done by Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. This is the Jnana Yajna. Okay, Jnana Yajna means Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Understand again and again, right? Again and again. Because the only reason why again and again is because that much the Maya is so strong. It is so strong that we are pulled towards this Vishayas so strongly that they are uh, so real to the mind. It is so real. Without this, my happiness will be gone. This is Maya. Without that, my happiness is gone. Without anything for that matter, any of the objects of this world, something will be there which is getting attached, and that attachment causes the disturbance. So, this is Jnana Yajna. So, Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna. Then we can learn stotras, right? To chant. Say some people learn Vishnu Sahasranama, some people learn some Veda mantras, or some read Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. So all this is get into the practice of devotional activities on a regular basis. On a regular basis. That is the tapas, that is the yogam, that is the swadhyayam, that is jnanam. There is, you cannot actually differentiate this is yoga yajna and this is tapo yajna, etc. We cannot, because during all these yajnas, whether it is tapo yajna or yoga yajna or swadhyaya yajna, etc., all this is bhakti is a must. Without the bhakti, nothing can work. Bhakti is this devotion. Devotion, what is devotion? Devotion is this only. Bhagavan is there everywhere. There is nowhere that there is not a single point where God is not there. This is the real bhakti, para bhakti. So with this, yatayaha, okay, yatayaha, all those who want to calm the mind, who want to bring the mind to equanimity, they are all samshita vrataha. They are all in the path of spirituality only. All that is discussed earlier, 25th, 26th, 27th verses, etc. All those who have control over the sense organs, control of they, what does that mean? Earlier we discussed, no, all the objects of this world are uh, burnt in indriyas, means stops there. It is disconnected from the mind. So when this yajnas, this is yajnas means this only, that these things are not important. It is all burnt then and there. It is not at all affecting the mind. So all these yajnas, yatayaha, all the various kinds of yajnas that is mentioned, whoever are in this, whoever are trying with all these yajnas to bring their mind to equanimity, they are all samshita vrataha. They are all in the same path of spirituality only. Okay, so that is the meaning of 28th verse. Now we'll move to 29th. Apane juhvati pranam prane panam tadha pare pranapana gati rudhva pranayama parayanaha. 30th also we can take together. Apare niyataharaha प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविदो यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः. Before we discuss, we'll do little discussion on this. Pranayama. What is generally pranayama? What is prana? What is apana, etc.? We'll just discuss a few minutes here. Okay. Pranayamam is prescribed in yoga. The control of the prana yama means it is a control of breath. It is okay. Prana ayamaha or something. It is described in one book. where you have the control. Yama means control only. Even Yama, who is controlling the population, he is also Yama only, controlling, right? So that is also Yama. So pranayama also something like that. Control of the breath, that is pranayama. Then what is this prana? Prana has 5 functions. Okay, one is prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana. 5 pranas. This is called Panja Prana. 5 pranas. The seat of prana is heart. Okay, the heart. And the seat of apana is the rectum. The flow of air, okay, when the flow of air is upwards, it is called prana, and the flow of air downwards is apana. Okay, these are all as per the scriptures and other various books. Here we normally inhalation and exhalation. We exhale, we inhale. The inhalation is apana. Okay, not the other way around. The exhalation, we exhale, is prana. Okay, because the flow of air is upwards, that is during exhalation. When we exhale, that is prana. Okay, then in prana, then then this, when we do this pranayama, when we have some control on this inhalation and exhalation, when we do this, the mind also can be quietened. If you concentrate and control the breath, the mind also, it will be calmed down. These are certain things. Then there are some technical terms in pranayama. One is called Rechaka pranayama, Rechakam. Then Purakam. Another is Kumbhagam. So Rechakam, Purakam, Kumbhagam. Rechaka pranayama means, Rechaka is exhalation. Purakam means filling, inhalation. Where it filling up? Not the stomach. Filling up the lungs. Okay, filling up the lungs. So this is Purakam, Rechakam. Kumbhagam is two types. One is Bahya Kumbhagam, other is Andhara Kumbhagam. Andharika, I think. Andhara Kumbhagam, and one is Bahya Kumbhagam. See, when we inhale, that is Puragam. Okay. When we exhale, that is Rechakam. And after taking the breath in, you hold, that is Andhari Kumbhagam. Andharika Kumbhagam, Andhara Kumbhagam. And after exhalation, you hold, that is Bahya Kumbhagam. Okay. Now, with this, we can go to the verse now. Apane juhvati pranam, prane panam tadha pare. Some people, okay, the apane juhvati pranam means, apane means what is it? Apane means inhalation. Apane means inhalation. Inhalation means puragam. Yeah. In puragam, apane juhvati pranam. That means some people concentrate more on the inhalation part. Okay, concentrate more on inhalation. Some people do pranayama more on exhalation. So apane juhvati pranam means one who is inhalation is more important, the other one gets extinct. I mean, it doesn't become significant. Okay, those who are doing this pranayama, they will know it. One who is one who is concentrating on the puraga pranayama, that concentrating, the other one is not important for them. I mean, or it is they don't concentrate on it. So that the exhalation gets merged or juhvati in apana. One who is concentrating on prane, that is one who is concentrating on exhalation, the apanam, that is puragam, becomes not important. It is as if it is not there. The one which is not there is being burnt, or juhvati is in the other one. That is what is meaning by apane juhvati pranam, prane apanam tadha apare. Some people do pranayama concentrating more on breathing in. Some people do pranayama concentrating on the exhalation. And some do prana apane gadi ruddhva. They stop both this, then they concentrate on this kumbhagam, whether andhara kumbhagam or the bahya kumbhagam. Okay, this is little technical, that's all. But the important point here is, whenever we see, this is one way of pranayama which we discuss. So truly speaking, this control of this prana can be done in various forms. All the other exercise also in yoga, when you do stretching and contraction, etc., when you stretch the body, you do inhale, and when you contract it, contraction in the sense the stomach side contraction, you exhale. When you stretch, you inhale, right? Any of this, suppose anyone who is doing this yoga practices, they know it very clearly. When you do trikonasana, etc., when you go down, you exhale, and then when you inhale, when you come up, all that various asanas, they do this way: inhalation, exhalation. That is also pranayama only. That is also somebody who is into running, etc., they also control their breath. There also there is control of breath. So when they do certain, so many steps they inhale and so many steps they exhale. So this is also control, not the generally, they also control the breath, controlling the breath only, they perform the action of running also. And various other exercise, when lifting the weights, etc., they do certain way of lifting, right? When they push it up, they exhale. So all this is all control of the breath only. So all this is pranayama only. This will definitely improve the physical health, right? But to improve the mental health, it has to be done as a yajna. So while performing this pranayamas, always it is necessary to think of God, think of Bhagavan. Bhagavan's name should be done as a japam inside. That is why in the Brahmins culture, born Brahmins culture, they have the pranayama. During they do Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Ogum Subha, etc. They do some mantras. Or others, you can do pranayama by saying Om Namah Shivaya, or Om Namo Narayanaya, or Hare Rama Hare Krishna. Any of the Bhagavan's names can be chanted as a japam inside whenever we perform this pranayama. While when these mantras are chanted along with the pranayama, what it does is, with the notion that all that action, this pranayama, I am doing this as a yajnam again. So yajna means this is not done for me. This is not done for my personal gains. This must be done in this attitude. That is why pranayama parayanaha to be done. This will improve the mental health also. This is the mental health also will be improved only by taking Bhagavan's name, God's names during the pranayama time. Otherwise, is it bad? No, absolutely no. Absolutely no, not at all. It will control the mind, but it will not lead to ultimate happiness. It will lead to happiness, ultimate happiness, only if we do this, we do the action of this, in even the pranayamas to be done with Vedantic knowledge or by chanting Bhagavan's names. So this is the apane juhvati pranam prane panam tadha pare pranapana gati rudhva. Rudhva means controlled. Both the prana and apana is controlled and pranayama parayana. That is the kumbhagam. Next one is pure kumbhagam. Next, what is the next verse? See, this is generally called aerobics, in aerobic exercise, etc. This is all connected with aerobics only. Even the pranayama is aerobic. The five types of pranayama we have, I mean, which I remember. Anulom, Vilom, right? Then what is that? Brahmarik is there. Then you have Kapal Bhati is there. Kapal Bhati exercise, Kapal Bhati pranayama, right? So various other forms of there are various names are also there, but all are this control of breath only. Then there is one thing called the Kundalini. Kundalini, they say. Kundalini means coiled power. Kundalini means coiled power. See, we all know about coiled springs, right? The coiled spring, which we key in the old type timepieces, etc. Even the watch. When we give the key, it's a coil, and then slowly it releases, right? The coil unwinds. Even the toys which we spring, we key and then we leave it, the toy goes all around. It's all coiled. It is coiled energy, or in other words, it is an energy which is like a potential. There is a potential energy. You can call it as a potential energy, right? Hydroelectric power and all, how you have got a potential energy. The water is at a higher level, and then it has got the potential. The same way, when we develop the potential, the power, when we develop the power, say suppose somebody wants to run a marathon, for example, right? He has to start with half a kilometer, 1 kilometer, 10 kilometer, and slowly he develops the potential to run 42 kilometers. After he has finished, then he suppose he is sitting or standing somewhere. Can you see that person, the 42 kilometers that person can run? Cannot make out. But in that person there is a potential, that power is there, the coiled power is there. That power is potential. That is a potential. Same way, the Kundalini power, which we generally call, is the power inside someone to have the mental or this Kundalini power. I am not very thorough with it, but whatever I know, I'll tell you. Kundalini power is this power only, where you have the total control on this pranayama. Something to do with pranayama. Anyone else can? Subhama, you know more. You can tell. You can tell now. What do you understand by this? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, thank you very much. It is exactly it is a pranayama where you develop the potential. That's all. It's a potential. It's a coil. There is no snake or nothing is there inside. It is not going to take its hood and all that. So it is a potential. How you develop, say this, the how we develop a potential to run at particular distance, or how somebody develops a strength to climb the Everest, etc. The same way, the potential to do this, the build up this energy, right? Pranayama, through pranayama, developing the energy. That is all. It is nothing else. It will do only physical health unless it is done with as a yajna. As a yajna means chanting of Bhagavan's names during the pranayama, etc. It has to be done. Along with that, if it is done with the notion of yajna, then this releases, or this is the only way it can improve the mental strength also. So both the physical and the mental strength, raising the physical and the mental strength is what do you mean by health? Health is nothing but the potential, increasing the potential only, is it not? How do you say the see, suppose uh, somebody can say has the potential to run 10 kilometers. Day to day activities is not going to cause any trouble for that person, whereas a person who cannot walk, there is no potential to do any spiritual practices or anything. Suppose somebody wants to go to a temple, for example. If the person doesn't have the strength to walk, there is no potential in it. Whereas a person who has the potential for to run 1 kilometer, he will be able to do his normal things normally. So this potential is the kundalini. Okay, this potential to carry out something is kundalini. So pranayama also improves the health, physical health. Mental health is improved only by tattva vichara, okay, or chanting of Bhagavan's names during the time when the pranayama is carried out. Otherwise it will improve the it will increase the strength of the annamaya kosha only. Okay, it is the, see, this pranamaya kosha is in between annamaya and manomaya, is it not? Pranamaya is in between annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya. So this pranayama can improve both the physical and mental health, physical and mental strength. Improving this physical and mental strength by pranayama with the help of tattva bodha is the raising of kundalini. Okay, that's improving the potential. That is what it is. It is just improving the potential, increasing the potential energy in both mental and physical thing. I hope somehow I conveyed. Yeah, well, let us finish and then we will discuss. Okay, let us finish this 30th also. So 30th verse, what it says: अपरे नियताहाराः प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेप्येते यज्ञविदो यज्ञक्षपितकल्मषाः. अपरे नियताहारः, they control their food. Niyataharah, control their food habits. Then pranan praneshu juhvati. See, this also I read many commentaries, and then ultimately I understood this way. Okay, which I understood, I will convey. Pranan praneshu juhvati means with by controlling the food. It means that whatever that we take in, okay, whatever the food that we take in, niyatahara, control food, pranan praneshu juhvati. What are the five pranas? Prana, one is that prana, and apana, okay, that excretion. Then vyana means the circulation. Samana is the digestion. Udana is the reversing process. Okay, so all these pranan praneshu juhvati means whatever you eat, it's getting digested, completely absorbed in the system. Pranan praneshu juhvati. Then sarve pyete, all that, all the above, whatever is all that, sarve pyete yajna, yajna vidaha, okay, yajna vidaha yajna kshapita kalmashaha. When all of these practices explained above with the praneshu juhvati, or even the earlier ones, all are doing yajna or tapas, etc., it purifies their mind. It purifies their mind because all those actions are performed with tattva, with the jnanam, with the knowledge. All is done with the knowledge of no, nothing me or mine. Without this, when it's performed as a yajna, it releases them from all kalmasha. The mind gets totally purified. Okay, this is the meaning of this verse. Pranan praneshu juhvati is very confusing, where it is nothing but all that prana that you take in. See, all that whatever you take in. Aharam doesn't mean only food. Okay, there should be control on the food. There should be control on other things. Watching the serials, unwanted serials, etc. Watching this movie, this series, that series. What all there in the various platforms, you will find all that. This all should be controlled. Watching mobile, too much mobile phone, all this is control only. And eating whatever you want, that is, this should not be there. You should have control on the taste. You should have control on every aspects, every five, through the five gates, whatever you are taking in is ahara. Okay, so that must be controlled, because everything affects your mind. Everything affects your mind. Indirectly it affects your prana also. So this must be controlled. All this, anything that you intake must be controlled. Food and other things that through the shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha should be controlled. And then pranan praneshu juhvati means there should be nothing remaining. Whatever you put it inside, say suppose any food that you eat, it must be totally 100% consumed, and there should not be a increase of fat and other things. That is what it means. Pranan, pranesh, what are the five? Samana, udana, the circulation system, the digesting system, right? Everything should merge, everything should enter into the system, and it should be burnt. It should be burnt. Pranan, praneshu juhvati. But when we perform this, when we perform this, when during the action, that is, when we burn it out, this burning of these calories or burning of this prana must be done as a yajnam. When it is performed as a yajnam, the mind is purified. Okay, and when it is performed pranan praneshu juhvati, everything gets cleared. Okay, this is what it means. Pranan praneshu juhvati niyataharam, etc. Control of the food is necessary. Controlling the food is eating whenever whatever you want, go on stuffing things inside, should not be there. Then there will be extra prana there. Okay. Anyways, so yajna vidaha yajna kshapita kalmashaha. They because of this yajna vidaha means knowing that this is all the above actions, whichever is discussed from 25th onwards, all to be performed as a yajnam only. Yajnam, when it is done as a yajnam, yoga yajnam, all that yajnams. When it is yajna, the moment we hear yajna means Vishnu. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. Yajna means Vishnu. Vishnu means one who pervades everywhere. One who is there, everything is Bhagavan. In that thought, all the actions are performed as a service to God. As a service to God. Then this is performed, nothing for me and mine. With that attitude, when the actions are performed, the mind gets purified. So the purification of the mind is immunity. When the mind is purified, it is immune to the outside problems. And when the mind is immune, it remains in shanti. And shanti, a mind which is in shanti, takes the Brahma Bhava. Okay. With this, we will stop. Next class, we will continue with from 31st. 31st verse. Next Saturday, most probably I will not be there. So our next class will be 29th. 22nd, there won't be class. 23rd, there will be. Sunday class will be there. Tomorrow, 16th and 23rd, there will be class. Only 22nd Saturday, there won't be class. Okay. We will not have any discussion sessions. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tatsat. Brahmarpanamastu. Harihi Om. 1 second.